record this. I'm going to record this meeting. Okay. Can you all see my screen now?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I can see your screen, sir.
So before anything, I'd like to start the meeting by introducing myself. My name is Abdul and I'm the founder of AA Resume. AA Resume was founded around 2019, and our mission is to write creative, professional, and achievement-based CVs, resumes, and cover letters for mid, um, entry level, and senior level professional. So we've written hundreds of CVs so far since 2019. So we just thought of, okay, let us train a lot of people to know how we do this. Understand at a very affordable fee. We want to spread the knowledge that we don't just be the one doing it. Right? So I believe most of you writing CV should be basic knowledge that everyone should know how to do or should have. Everyone should know how to write CVs. But quite a lot of people don't know the differences between CVs and resumes. Quite a number of people don't know how to build resumes, don't know how to use their Microsoft Word to build CVs. Right, so I think we have someone we need to add to the meeting. All right, welcome guys. All right, welcome. The iPhone, who's using iPhone? Welcome, Asaju. Are you here? Okay, is that Kolawole?
Yes.
Welcome, Kolawole. So we are still trying to add some more to join us. That's Asaju. Right. I think that will join us. All right, so let me continue. Again, I said earlier, my name is Abdul and I'm the founder of it. So let's move straight forward to the point. So what are we here to learn today? We are here to learn about CVs, learn about resumes and cover letter. So and it's going to be practical. I hope you guys have your laptop. If you don't have your laptop, okay, cool. That's nice. Because I'm going to take you through how to build a template yourself and how to write a normal CV. We are going to use one or two templates for as an example. You understand? So you guys should just follow me as we move. All right, so let's start the class. I'll ask you some questions. So I have gifts for everyone who answers my questions correctly. I have some gifts for you. I have 8 times to give you to answer my questions correctly. The first question would be, who can tell me where CV originated from? The word CV, where did it originate from? You can tell me. The first person to respond.
What?
You can't hear
what?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
I said, you can tell me where CV originated from? The word CV, where did it originate from?
The word CV. The word CV means curriculum vitae.
Where did it originate from?
That's the Latin origin, sir.
That's correct. Thank you. Who answered that question? Is that Stephen?
Hello, can you hear me?
Who answered that question? I can hear you. Who answered the question? Ademola, correct. So Ademola, you send me a DM after this class. I'm going to give you another naira anytime. Okay, so let's.
Thank you very much.
The second question: who can tell me where resume originated from? The word resume. Where did it originate from?
Resume is French, sir.
That's very much correct. I didn't know that. That's another 100 naira card for you. So you
Thank
have
you, sir.
the 200 naira income you get from me. All right, so let us
Yes.
continue the class. So having said that, so I will just tell you about what CV is briefly. So following our schedule, let me share that with you. I'm going to share the file with you now, so you can know our plan for today. Coming days, minutes. All right, guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm coming. I'm trying to share something with you. Let's go for good. Okay. Can you all see this? Can you all
Yeah.
see that graphics?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that will be that will be our guide for today. So the very first thing we do is what is CV resume? What is CV and resume? The meaning, similarities, and differences. Then the second thing will be what is cover letter and application letter, the meaning, similarities, and differences. The next thing would be what is how to create a CV, resume, and cover letter from scratch using Microsoft Word. The next thing will be how to create CV templates without any prior Microsoft Word skill. And the very last thing we'll do today is how to make a potential employer fall in love with your application. All right, so having said that, I'll go back to my PowerPoint and continue. So what is CV? CV simply means, according to Ademola, it simply means curriculum vitae, and curriculum vitae means course of life. So it's like
Okay.
something talking about your entire life, like your life journey. You understand? It's a journey, it's something explaining about what you've done right from the moment when you became an adult, right from the moment when you began taking jobs, right from the time when you began taking voluntary opportunities, right from the time when you started doing something for yourself to, you know, to when you grow old. That's what we call CV. It's something detailing your course of life. So it is a detailed and comprehensive document which describes the course of your academic and professional accomplishments. So from the start of your very first experience to the last experience, your academic, professional, everything all joined. Your CV talks about it. It is like a biography of you. Just that we don't they have different formats. That's why CV is different. CV has a format, but biography can just be written like a normal. So you understand that. So having said that, then what is a resume? A resume is just a document that summarizes your career, history, skills, and education. I have to ask you, many people call resume. It is correct to call a resume, but the normal pronunciation is resume, resume. Yeah, resume. So that's how to pronounce it. So, and it means abstract or summary, like a short something that describes something in a short form. So
Okay.
it explains you in a simpler way, unlike CV that talks about you in a larger way or in a more detailed way. Resume talks about you in a simpler way. Are we following? So
Yes, sir.
in most cases, a resume is created to land you a job. You understand? So moving forward, who can tell me, I haven't said this, who can tell me the difference between a CV and a resume? Tell me just one single difference between a CV and a resume.
Well, from the brief explanation you've given, I think a curriculum vitae A would be um, well detailed and broad. Why resume will just be like a summary of what we already have or what we can find in a curriculum vitae.
Right, that's actually very much correct. But there won't be price for that because you didn't give me the particular differences I needed. So let's move forward. Let's talk about the differences before I go to the similarities. So what makes a CV different from a resume? Um, Number one, CVs are mostly used to apply for academic programs, grants, fellowships, research, or teaching positions. That is what CVs are for. Don't worry, you will still get your bubble boss because I know you have a lot of questions. In Nigeria, we say CV, we say resume, we don't even know what it was. So we will still get to that point where I will demystify the explanation. I will make everything easy for you and you understand it perfectly. But now, let us continue from where we are. CVs are what? CVs are mostly used to apply for academic roles. That used to apply for maybe lecturer position, graduate teaching assistant position, senior lecturer position, a professorship position, and so on. Okay, let me check if we have somebody in the waiting room. Okay, I'm trying to admit anyone. I'm coming, please give me a minute. Hello, Stephen, can you hear me?
Yes.
You're welcome. I'm sorry to add you very late. All right, so we haven't talked too much. You're just joining, right? Stephen Oluwase, you are just joining, right?
I'm just joining from here, sir.
All right, very good. Okay, so I hope everyone can hear me perfectly. So I haven't said too much. So I hope just follow along and I hope you will listen to the audio version after this class because it will be easy going back and forth, you know, when everyone joins the class. So I'm currently trying to talk about the differences between a CV and a resume. So I've said that CVs are mostly used to apply for what? Academic roles. That is a lecturer position, graduate teaching assistant position, and so on. Grants. Now, want to apply for a grant that is sponsored by the US, we have different type of grants. We have Commonwealth grants. We have uh, we have different type of grants. I can't name it. I'm not coming in here now. We have the Swedish grant and so on. But resumes, what are resumes used for? Primarily, resumes are used to apply for just jobs alone in either the private or the public sector. That's what we use resumes for. But CVs are used to apply for what? Academic roles, fellowship, grant, research, or teaching position. That is the very first difference you need to understand. And I hope it is very, very clear. So the next difference is that in a CV, when you're writing a CV, you don't have limitation. You can write as much as you can. You can write as much as you can, like depending on how much your experience is. You understand that there is no length requirement. Your CV can range from 3 to 10 pages. Have you seen CVs that are up to 10 pages? Has anyone of you seen CVs that are up to 10 pages?
Yes, I've seen one.
All
One
right,
of
all right.
a professor.
Cool. So that is why I've said that CVs are mostly used to apply for academic things. They can be very, very long. You understand? But whereas for a resume, it must not be more than 2 pages. Usually, resumes are just one page, because it is a summary, not a detailed document. It is telling us short things about you, not lengthy things. So, do you understand that difference also? CV is 3 to 10 pages, while resumes are mostly one page, but must not be more than 2 pages. Now, another difference is in the country usage. In UK, New Zealand, and some parts of Europe, employers use the term CV and they don't use the term resume at all. Like in UK, New Zealand, CV is the same thing as resume. You need to understand this. You know, I said resumes are documents that are used to apply for jobs, and they're not more than 2 pages. In UK, that resume is the same thing as CV. Like CV is the same thing as resume in UK, New Zealand, and part of Europe. Whereas in US, a resume is that 2-page document that you use to apply for a job, but a CV is another document entirely, of which I've given you the definition earlier. In US, CV used to apply for academic roles, programs, grants, fellowships. But a resume is basically used in the US to apply for jobs. Please mute yourself, guys. The noise is distracting me. Kindly mute yourself, or I would mute anyone. Thank you very much for that. Okay. All right. So can we hear me clearly? Yeah. So just signify
Yeah,
you don't need to mute yourself. All right. So hope you got that difference. In US, a resume is different from a CV. A resume is a 2-page document used to apply for job, whereas a CV is a detailed document that is used to apply for grants and fellowships. Whereas in the UK, CV and resume is what the same thing, and you all agree with me that UK colonized us, and we follow their footsteps in most things. So due to this, in Nigeria also, we take CV to be the same as resume. So that's why you will see people using it interchangeably. You can see some companies say submit CV, some companies will say submit resume. It is the same thing in Nigeria. What they need is a 2-page document that talks about you, not a lengthy document. Unless you want to apply for what? An academic position, a government position, a fellowship, a research or teaching position. That is when you submit a detailed document called CV. But in Nigeria, when you want to apply for a job, if the employer says submit CV, you are submitting a what? A 2-page document. If you got this, if you understand this difference, please send a message in the chat box and say understood. If not, say you don't understand so I can explain again. So while you say that, I'll move forward. So CV is a comprehensive overview. It is very broad and detailed. Whereas a resume is tailored. For example, you want to apply for a teaching job, or you want to apply for a marketing job. If you want to apply for a marketing job now, for example, in an establishment, what you will do is you will tailor your CV to that job position. Like you would mention your experiences, your marketing experiences, your sales experiences. You won't talk about your teaching experience. You might have teaching experience, but because you're applying for a marketing position, you won't talk about those teaching experience. You will focus on that marketing experience. That is what we call a resume, because it is tailored and specific. You want to apply for a banking job, You have to state experiences that applies to that job position or are similar. You might not have worked in a bank, but have you sold something before? Have you done business? Have you been a sales assistant before? Have you marketed anything before? Have you know because it's a banking job, those experiences are related to what they do in the bank. Have you been a cash handler before? So you those are the experiences you list in that resume. That is what we call a resume, or that is why we say resume is supposed to what tailor to what to job positions. So and that those are the basic differences. So in summary, CV and resume, their differences lies in three things: their purpose, their what length. The third thing is the country usage. Those are the three things: the length, the purpose, and the country usage. In US, a resume is a two-page document used to apply for jobs, whereas a CV is a more detailed document. In the UK, New Zealand, Nigeria, and part of Europe, UK and CV is what? The same thing. Do you understand? Okay, so let us move on to the similarities. So as much as there are differences between a CV and resume, they also have similarities. Number one similarity is that both documents are used to what? Apply for job opportunities. They are used to apply for job opportunities. Can you give me a few seconds? Let me try and see what this particular participant is facing. All right. So let us continue. Why she does that particular program. All right. So the second similarity is that CVs and resumes are both an overview of the accomplishment, experience, skills, and are used to get you an interview. If you use your CV to apply for a research position, before they admit you for that particular program, they would interview you. Likewise, when you use a resume to apply for a job, before you get that job, you'll be interviewed. Unless you are the governor's son or the senator's son. That might help you get the job with just submitting your resume. But if not, you will have to go through an interview process. So let us move forward. Having talked about what CV means, the similarities between CVs and resumes, and their differences. So we would have to move to the next thing, which is what we call cover letter and application letter. Now, I want to throw this question out. The very first button to signify, like the very first person to signify that he or she knows response or answer to the question. Whoever knows the answer to the question to signify. The first person that signifies will be called upon to respond to this question. And if you get it right, you are going to win an 100 naira airtime. Ademola has won 2 of my airtime, so I'm hoping that another person could win it. But if it is still Ademola that win this particular one, then it's fine. Who can tell me the specific difference between a cover letter and an application letter? The specific difference. So I need you guys to don't unmute yourself. Just signify by raising your hand. I hope you know how to raise your hand using Zoom. If you don't know it, that's not good. That's not good enough. Signify if you know the response to that answer, to that question, sorry. Then I'll call you for you to answer that question. I'm waiting. Is anybody responding? Don't unmute yourself. Just signify. Do you know how to use the signify button? Like it's on your phone. Just check the icons below your phone. you would see where they said raise hand. So raise that hand and try to respond to this question. I can't see anybody raising hand. Does that mean anyone does not know the answer? I'm already showing you the answer. All right, somebody. Okay, let's unmute ourselves. I need somebody to talk. Okay, so you know the answer. Unmute yourself and talk. Please. Can you all hear me at all? No. Welcome, Momotola. Can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself? Let me hear you speak.
I can hear you from my end, sir.
Momotola, she's just joining us. I want to know if she can hear me. Kindly unmute yourself. Set up your audio. You have not set up your audio. Kindly set up your audio. Let us hear from you.
I'm really finding it difficult to hear you from my end here. I'm trying probably with my phone, probably to be louder, but with my system, I'm finding it very difficult to hear you. So I'm trying to log in with my phone. But you
That's
to
right.
accept me.
All right. I'll try to. I can't find. Okay. I've accepted you. I've admitted. Um, you find yourself in the meeting shortly. Motola, you're yet to unmute yourself. Check the chat box. Set up your audio, please. Okay, I'm not going to continue since you guys are not responding. Um, what is a cover letter? What is a cover letter? What is an application letter? So a cover letter is a document sent alongside your CV when applying for job. You know, we said that now you don't have to be confused. I can use CV, I can use resume. We are in Nigeria. Since we've concluded that CV and resume are the same thing in Nigeria, so I'm going to use them interchangeably. So when you're applying for a job, you don't just submit your CV alone. There is a particular document you submit alongside the CV, and it's called cover letter. It acts as a personal introduction and helps you sell your application. The cover letter is necessary as it gives you the chance to explain to an employer why you are the best candidate for the job. You know, in your CV, you can't display yourself very well. You only talk about your work experience and your achievements. But for an application letter is just a standalone document you submit to a potential employer. You don't attach it to a CV. That's just the difference. Application letter is a standalone document. You submit it without submitting a CV. But whereas a cover letter is attached or sent alongside a what? A cover letter. You all understand that?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay, you got the difference, right? I need to hear from others too. Ademola, are you still there? Ademola, are you there? Kola, are you there? Omotola, are you there?
Hello, I'm responding, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, we are here.
Good. Do we all understand the difference between a cover letter and application letter?
I still don't get the difference between the essence of the application letters. I don't
All
really
right.
get.
Good. Now, that's a very good question. An application letter, for example, in most cases, it is used for jobs that don't require more technical expertise. You understand? Or when you don't have much qualification. When you don't have much qualification, you don't need it. What do you need a CV for? When you don't have enough work experience, what do you need a CV for? So a company might just tell you, go and bring an application letter. So in that application letter, you can talk about the little experience you had, your SSCE, qualification, and so on. So in most cases, application is rarely asked for. What they do ask for is what is cover letter. You understand now? So application letter is like a one-page document that you use to apply for jobs or open positions without having to submit your CV. So it is just the only document to submit. So whereas the cover letter is sent alongside your CV, we still talk much more about cover letter and how to write it. So what are the similarities between cover letter and application letter? Both documents are submitted to what? An employer. So what are their differences? The cover letter contains concise information since applicants attach a resume that details their work experiences and skills. The cover letter can be half a page to a what? To a full page. But what about an application letter? An application letter is typically longer and contains more details. Since applicants don't include the what? The resume or CV, it is important that they provide extensive information about their what? Work experience, education, skills, and professional goals. Application letters are usually one full page. So a particular difference you should note there is that a cover letter can be half a page, whereas an application are usually what? Full page. So the second difference between cover letter and application letter is that cover letters and resume are mostly used to apply for jobs, whereas an application letter are used to apply for an academic program or internship. That's another thing you should note. When you're applying for an internship in a company and you don't really have a CV because you don't have much experiences, they might tell you to submit an application letter. So an application letter will talk about you, who you are, your goals, and why you need the internship position from the company. So the third thing is applicants include other achievements. Applicants include other achievements with their cover letter or attachment, sorry. So when you're applying for jobs now, most company will tell you to submit your CV, cover letter, and other attachments like your result, your transcript, your certificate, your local government certificate, other documents. But in the case of an application letter, no attachment is required. It is a stand-alone document. That is the basic definition you know about what an application letter. It is a what? A stand-alone document. No other document is what? It's attached. So let us move on. We have spent too much of time on explaining this. I hope you understand those basic things. So let us move to the bigger things. So the next thing we'll talk about is CV writing format. What to include on what? A CV. I already told you that CVs are mostly used to apply for what? Academic positions. Am I right? So these are the details you need on your CV if you're applying for academic, professional, fellowship, research position, assistantship position. These are the basic things that are needed on that CV. Your full name, your contact information, which includes your phone number, your address, your Gmail, your LinkedIn link. The third thing is professional title, summary, or objective. The fourth thing is research interest, the education, publication, both academic papers and books. teaching or lecturing experiences, work experiences, conferences and courses, skill, certificate, languages, grants or fellowships. I'm sorry about that error. Grants or fellowships and then references. So these are things that you need on your CV. With all this now, you will notice that if you include all these things in your CV will be around 5 to 7 pages. It will be very long. But what makes it different from a resume, you will soon get to know. So now, here we are. For a resume, you just need up to like 8 outlines or sections. So we have already established that resumes are used to apply for jobs, and there must not be more than 2 pages. So what do you need on that 2-page document? Your full name, your contact information, which can be your home address, phone number, Gmail address, or LinkedIn URL. Then you have your professional summary or objective, your work experience, education, relevant skills, languages and proficiency, relevant certificate and interest. Other sections are voluntary experience and hobbies and interest. All right. So let us go more because we are getting deeper into the practical section. Here we have. So I'll open my Microsoft Word now, show you some of our resume samples that we have created at A Resume, and then we'll start to do some practical things. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys to see some of our resumes. All right, this is my CV. This is my resume or CV. You can call it that. So can you see it? Can you all see it? Unmute yourself. Can you all see it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Stephen
Good.
can see it.
Yes, sir, we can see clearly.
All right, good. So I'll be using mine and some other people's documents to make an example for you. So this is a typical resume. Can you see it's just 2 pages? You understand? It's a resume, not a CV. So I'm going to, I've showed you now, and then I'm going to show you some other ones also. Just follow me. All right, this is another format I'm showing you. This was Simeon Okoyemi. So this is a 1-page document. You know, I told you that a resume is usually 1 page or 2 pages. This is another resume. This is just 1 page. Very short and precise and straightforward. This was created by us from scratch. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you guys tonight. This morning. This is another one, another format I'm going to share with you now. Can you see? This is also 2 pages, not more than 2 pages. Can you see the template used? This is another template. I'm going to show you. I might not teach you how to do this because it's quite complicated. But I'm going to show you for others. All right. So I think I have another one, the 4th one. Yes. Okay. So can we see this also? Can we see this particular? I shared another template now. Can we see this also? This is Adeoya Kehinde Olusegun CV. We all created this template. We created this template right from the past also. Can you see this also? So this is another template. So I've shown you up to 4 templates. Now, according to you, I want each of you to talk. Which of the templates would you, if I want to create a CV for you now, which of the templates would you want me to use for you? I want to hear from you. I'm going to show you the 4 over again.
For me, the first and second looks good.
The first and second. Who else?
I think I prefer the ones with 2 pages each.
Okay. Okay. Who else? The thing is, I need to know one particular one. Just tell me one that attracted you more, that took your attention. I need to that I need to know that particular template that attracted their attention. So I want to hear from each one of you. Tell me that particular template that attracted their attention. Which one of you? Is it this? Is it this one? Is it this one? That's the second one. Is it this one? Or is it this last one?
For me, the first one caught my attention.
Okay. Okay. Who else is saying something?
I think in this of Simon, it's actually kind of a bit catchy to me. Like
Is
it's attracts
Simon?
my attention. Yes.
Okay. This one page. This is one page. Okay. Who else is speaking? I can't hear from. Who else is here? I can't hear from Chidima. I can't hear from Kolawole, Omotola. Omotola, I will unmute you. Can't you say something? Which template would you prefer out of this template? I asked you to unmute yourself. Okay, which template would you prefer, Omotola? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this, Omotola? Or is it this? Omotola, let me hear from you. Which one? Omotola, say something. I can see you. Say something. I'm going to mute you. You can send, you can type. The noise is too much there. All right, so let us continue. So, having said that, which template would you want me to teach you guys on how to create? You can decide to choose anyone. I want to teach you one template. Because of our time, we are ending this meeting by 12. So I want to teach you how to create a CV from scratch. So you guys would have to tell me which particular one I need to teach you right now.
I think I support the first one.
This?
Yes.
Sir, I'll be able to learn all.
All. I can't teach you all because, to be sincere with you, I'm doing this because it's discounted. Because whatever I teach you now, you guys can go ahead to start doing your business. I'm less concerned. I even want to empower. That's why I'm doing this. Because if I teach you this, I believe you can write CVs for people and make money. There is this, the field is too large and it can accommodate everyone. I bet you if you can learn how to do this, you can make as much as you want in a week if you can do your marketing properly. If you can do your marketing properly, you can earn as much as you want in a week. So I won't teach you everything because it is if you want to learn more, you have to send me a DM and I'm going to charge you the premium fee. Because you are here, I can decide to charge you less. Normally it's 15,000, I can decide to charge 10,000. And I'll teach you all the template and all the tricks involved in creating a CV. That is for the premium class. But for now, I'm going to teach you the basic thing you need to start your own thing, do your CV yourself, and then possibly do for other people. All right, so you said you are all going for this, right?
Yes.
I need another yes.
Yes.
Okay. Since we are all saying yes, then I'm going to teach us this particular one. So if you have your laptop, you can follow me, and I'm about to start now. So if you want to create a new document, you go to new, click on black document, and you have this workspace to yourself. So as we do this, I'm going to take you back to the rules involved in creating a CV. So let us go back to our slide so I can show you that before we continue. So look at it. These are resume formatting rules. And the very first rule is that choose clear and what? Legible font. We have different types of fonts in Excel, and I said in Microsoft Word. So one of it is Times New Roman, we have Cambria, we have Century Gothic, we have a um, lot of fonts. But the best one that I like personally is Cambria. Very sweet and clean. Times New Roman is very much old. People don't really like it nowadays. You can try to go for Arial, Tauma, or Helvetica. So they're all there for you. So that is the very first thing you should do. You have to select your word. You have to select your format, sorry, your font. So the next thing is for you to select your font size. The first thing we talked about was font style. Now it's font size. So font size. The normal size you should use for your text is 12. For your titles, for your section titles like contact, professional summary, and so on, you can use 16. So the next thing is be consistent with your CV layout. You know, for your date, you have to be very careful with the format you use. You can decide to use May 2020 to July 2021, or use number like 5/2021 to 7/2022. So, but make sure it is the same thing all through. Not that you use November in one and use 11 in the other. You understand? So, number 3 is don't cram your CV with gimmicky graphics. You don't need too much graphics on your CV. Make it simple, clear, and legible. Let people see it and say, okay, this is nice and cool. You know why? Because it is still going to be printed out. When you print it out and it looks scattered or rough or absurd, people might trash it. So don't use too much graphics. Simple thing, when you print it out, it will still come out as black and white. So no much design is needed. So the next thing is get photo of your CV. You don't need photos on your CVs, except if demanded by the job ad. Some employer might want to see your face before they employ you. So unless you have that case, don't use photos on your CVs. So the next thing is don't make your CV brief and what relevant. You don't have to include every single details about you in your CV. Just make it detailed and what and relevant. That is all. You understand? So let us go back to creating our CV. Are we excited? Let me hear you guys. Are we sleeping? About to start the
Very
meeting.
excited.
All right, good. So let us start. What is the first instruction? Your font style. Change it. I'm changing it to Cambria and I'm changing it to font size to 12. All right, so then I'm going to go to insert. I'm going to pick up my shape. I'm using a square, a rectangle. Can you see I pick it up and I'm going to draw? Can we see? Good. Can we see it? Are we following?
We are following.
Can we understand what I've done so far?
Yes.
Correct. So can you see what I've done now? Then I'm going to change the color to the appropriate color I want or I prefer. So I'm going to go to format. Okay. So I'm going to go to, I'm on format already. Then the shape field, I need a blue, a light blue like this. Then shape outline. When you click on the shape outline, then you click no outline. Can you see it's very clean and nice? So this is it. This is the shape. You understand? So you click out of the shape in order to be able to work on your document. All right. So now having done this, so we need to now start our work, and the very first thing we need to do on any template we want to create or any CV we want to write is to start with contact. So looking at our CV format, they said what to include on a resume, you need your full name. So I'm going to use someone as an example. So Stephen, can you give me your full name?
Okay, sir.
Your full name, please.
I Oluwaseyi.
Oluwaseyi.
Yes.
Oluwaseyi what? Oluwaseyi what? Stephen.
Ayika Stephen Oluwaseyi.
Ayika. Am I getting the spelling? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not showing you my. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, can you see now? Okay, can we see
Yes,
this?
correct.
Okay,
It's
Ayika,
correct.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's correct.
Just this. Okay, so I'm going to now. I've typed. Do you understand what I did here? Like how I created the shape, then how I started typing inside the shape.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to highlight Oluwaseyi Ayika Stevens name. Then I'm going to increase the font size to like because it's the name, it's going to be very bold. I'm going to increase to like 26, then bold it. Can we see? Then I'm going to press enter to take it up. Can you see? I haven't done that. I'm
Yes.
going to return the font size to 12. So after the name, the next thing for you to do is to give your home address. So what is your home address? And in home address, you don't need to state your full address. People can use your CV to track you, then do whatever they want. But we don't want that to happen. So because of these security reasons, you don't have to put your full details on your on your CV. You can just use K2 Lagos, Nigeria. So Stephen, where do you stay? What is the name of your area?
I stay in Ilorin, so Tanke Ilorin.
Tanke Ilorin. So I can just basically say Ilorin. I'm not going to use capital letter or true. I'm not bold either. I'm going to remove the bold and type. Ilorin, yes. So Ilorin. Ilorin Kwara State. Kwara State. Kwara State, Nigeria. That's it. Because if you are applying for a program abroad, you don't have to state just Kwara State alone. You have to state that you're coming from what? From Nigeria. So the next thing after your home address should be your telephone number. So what is your phone number, Stephen?
081
+234. Start with +234 81
81 67
67
80
80
4757.
4757. Then the next will be your email address. What's your email address? Your email address,
Again?
Stephen. Your email address.
Oluwaseyi Stephen30@gmail.com.
Oluwaseyi Stephen30@gmail.com. gmail.com. Do you use LinkedIn? Omotola, kindly mute yourself. You're welcome back. Omotola,
I
do
can't
you
hear
use
it.
Omotola, do you sorry. Stephen, do you use LinkedIn
What's wrong with the
account?
audio?
Stephen, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello,
Can you hear me,
Stephen.
sir?
I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
I can hear.
Check your audio. Check your audio, please. Check your audio. Stephen, check your audio. I sent you a
Okay, I
message.
can hear you.
You can hear me now, right? Do you use LinkedIn?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, do you have your LinkedIn URL?
I don't have it offhand, but
Okay,
I can Steven.
Okay, so but it's not a problem. Let us continue without the LinkedIn URL. So we can still bold the name more by increasing the font size. Please don't draw on my screen, please. Please don't draw on my screen, I'm begging. To distract us. If you are doing that, please stop. All right. So I haven't done this. Now we have to compare what we are doing with the CV we are trying to create. So can we see what we are trying to recreate? We want to recreate this using Stephen's detail. So I'm going to copy this. You see this thing I'm trying to copy, this thing I'm dragging, it signifies location, right? But we don't, this is something you can simply download on Google, then you shorten it, you reduce the size on Word. So I want to copy it, then go ahead and paste it in the document we are creating. Okay, so I'm there now. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here. Can you see I pasted it? Then I'll drag it to that place. Can you see I've dragged it there? So I'm going
Yes,
to
sir.
change, yes, I'm going to change Stephen's name, the color to black color. That would be more brighter. Can you see? So I've done this, then I'll go back again to pick up the other signs there. Then I'm picking up the phone logo there, or what should I call it? I'm going back to my worksheet again to paste, then take it to the spot where I need it. And you see, I'm still going to adjust everything, but just follow me. So I'm going back again to pick the email sign. Then I'm going back to our document again to paste it. You can see now that I've carried everything I need. Now I need to arrange this side properly. And you see now, I'm trying to arrange everything. Okay, so I'm trying to shift it to that place where they can all make sense. And you see, then I'm trying to shift the image to where everyone is, so everything will be well aligned. And you see down, so I'm trying to shift the logo also closer to the name, to the Gmail address. Then I'm going to shift the phone to, then I'm going to shift the location too. Okay, is it making sense now? Is it making sense
Yes, sir.
now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I'm going to change the color to the one we have in the document we are trying to copy. So I think it's this color. Is this color? No, it's not this color. So I'm going to try and look for the color.
Who will be the criminal?
Okay, I think we just maintain this color for pending the time You finish with this. So after coming up with your contact, this is your contact where you show your name, the address, and the what? Gmail address. Are we here?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so from here, what you do is you create other sections. So let us go back to the document you are trying to look at. Can you see now? Then the next thing we need to do is to come up with something that will attract the employer. Something like your core competence, something like that talks about you. What are you? What kind of person are you? You understand? So, Stephen, what kind of person are you? For your experiences so far, can you tell me the title of your work experiences so far?
Okay, I'm an educator,
Okay.
a researcher.
Research. Okay, good. That's a key point you can use. So if I'm going to create anything here, I can type research, research, uh, research. Okay. Okay, what else do you do aside research?
I teach. That's an educator.
Okay, that's like teaching. Okay, let's say teaching. Let's um say let's say teaching. Okay. So for a teacher is very good at administration. They do proper administration with their students, right? So you type administration, administration, administration. Then what else do you think depicts you properly aside these core competencies? What else depicts you properly? Stephen.
I think this is basically all for now.
Okay. So then we can now increase the font size as it is now. We can increase it. Okay. Can you see that I've increased
I
it?
write.
You write?
Yes, academic writing basically.
The academic research, academic writing. Let's just say content creation. Okay. Content creation. Good. Content creation. Good. So now I'm going to use an appropriate. I'm going to bold it. Can you see how bold I've done bolding. I'm going to shift this a little. See, I'm trying to adjust the margin to the left. You ought to have done that right from the start. I'm trying to adjust it now. Okay, good. So I'm going to adjust this also. Okay. Good. So I can then shift this properly. Can we see? Can we see? Okay. Can we see ahead? So we are good. So then I'm going to go back to my insert, then pick up the rectangle shape again, then draw. So this will serve as a demarcation. It makes our CD more beautiful. So you get, I'm going to color it, then remove the outline. Okay. So I'm going to show a particular sign in between that would make it make more sense. And that's like a dash. Can you see? I'm trying to, that's like a dash. A dash. Okay, good. So I'm going to shift everything right to the middle. Can we see that? Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Stephen, you're the only one here. Kolawole, are you still here?
With you, sir.
Okay, good.
We are very well with you, sir.
Correct. So Can you see now it's making more sense? It's looking beautiful already to me. Is it looking beautiful to you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back to where we were. Can we see now? So we are still trying to, so the next thing we'd create here is the summary before we move ahead. So we are going to go back to our design, our work. Then we are going to go back here, then type summary. Summary, as I told you, is a major headline, so you can use font 16 for it, then bold it. Can we see? Good. Okay. All right. So now to demarcate the summary from others, I'm also going to draw a line. I'm going to draw a line. That one will be a very thin line that will just, it has to be very straight. If it is not straight, you will know. Microsoft will let you know. Okay, good. Can you see what I'm doing, guys? I'm going to adjust this, our margin to the very to the left, not to the left, so it will make our design make more sense. Okay. Okay, so good. Are we following? So I'm going to change the outline color to blue. Can we see blue? So
Yeah, we
yeah,
can see. So.
okay, good. So now, before we talk about the summary, summary is something you do the least, like it's the last thing you do when you are writing your CV, because it is from what you type in your work experience and everything that will make up your resume. Sorry, your summary. So your summary can be professional summary, professional summary, professional summary, or objective. So you can say, you can put it this way, or you type objective. Who can tell me the difference between professional summary and objective? Anybody? I need
Uh,
somebody to talk. Yeah.
from my own understanding, I think objective is what you look forward to probably achieve. Why summary is like giving a short and concise, brief statement about what you've done. I don't know. Talking from my
Try.
own
Yeah. You really try.
background.
You really try. So, but the difference between professional objective and summary is just this. Professional summary is used by somebody with experience. People with experience use professional summary. But for objective, it is for people who don't have work experience. They are just starting out. So they don't have any experience at all. So they would state what they look forward to, just like you said, what they want to achieve. But they are in not just what they want to achieve, they'll state their skills, you know, then talk about what they look forward to achieving. That is what professional objectives are used for. But for professional summary talks about your experience, your skills, your competencies, and what you look forward to in any job. Do you understand me? So that's the difference. So because we are not working on professional summary for now, so the next thing we are going to talk about is we are going to type is the content, is the core competence. So I've copied this so I can make the same um, format. Can we see? So I'm just going to edit it and type core competence. Core competence. Okay. Core competencies. Good. So then I'm going to copy this our line. Hope you guys are following. If you have any question, ask me before it becomes too complicated. So then paste. Good. Is it making sense? I think we are trying to form something here. So this is core competence. So yeah, you teach. So basically we can say stuff like excellent communication skills, right? Stephen,
Yes,
you can say
I'm with you.
something like excellent communication skills.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So we are going to type excellent communication skills. Communication skills. Okay. All right. So look at it now. I'm going to give bulleted because those are part of the things that makes your work very neat and nice. So I've done the bulleting, but it shifted my word to the left. I'm going to shift it back. How? I'm going to click on my margin up there. That arrow that's pointing down. I'm going to click it and shift it straight to that as to that line where everyone else is lying. Every other thing is lying. So I'm going to shift this also. Can you see now? So after doing this, I press enter. Then another bullet shows automatically. So what else? What other core competence do you have? Research.
I'm competent with the Microsoft Office.
Okay, we are not going to state that here. Microsoft Office, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Excel are technical skills. They are something that requires your hand. So it's technical. We have two types of skills. We have the professional and technical skills. We can also call it hard and soft skills. Professional skills are referred to as soft skills, while hard skills are referred to as technical skills. So Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Microsoft Excel can be referred to as technical or hard skills. But now we are talking about core competencies. You don't really need to mention your technical skills here because we are still going to mention them in the later session. So we can just talk about your common traits, your things that you do, normally without any difficulty. So research, excellent communication skills. We can say that you are you multitask. Am I right?
Yes, and critical thinker.
Yeah, what?
Critical thinker.
Critical thinker, correct. Multitasking skills. Okay. Same thing for this. You say research skills. So you are a critical thinker. Critical thinking skills. Huh?
Creative problem solver.
Creative problem solver. I love that view as well. So okay. So creative problem solver. Or we cannot say problem solving skills. Problem. What else? What else? List them. Let me hear. Tell me everything.
You know.
Any other thing? Tell me. We need up to 9. We need up to 9 of your core competencies. We have mentioned those 5. So what else can we say there? Yeah, what? Do you know data analysis?
Yes, I do.
So you can see data analysis skills. So what else again?
I think that's all.
That can be all. Let me try and take some points from other documents and then see if it relates with you. So okay. This is more. You know how to do reporting and documentation, am I right?
Yes, I do reporting and documentation. Yeah, I write reports. I do all that.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we can say that you reporting and documentation, reporting and documentation, and documentation. Okay,
Yeah, and I
good.
think I do well.
You do what?
I do well in presentation.
Okay, presentation. That's nice. Presentation skills.
Do we call public speaking a soft or a hard?
Public speaking is a soft skills. Okay, so public speaking, public speaking. Okay, good. So look at it now. We've mentioned up to 9, right? So now I want to spread it. Can you see how we did the one I have in my CV? It is not straight as this, it was spread. So how do we spread this? So what you will do is when you highlight this, then you go to view. Sorry, you go to layout, then click on columns, then you click on 3. That is currently on 1, 2, then you press 3. When you click on 3, pause 1, okay, I wouldn't want this to, okay. I wouldn't want this to delay us. I don't know why this is not responding now. Welcome, Aisha. Galit. Fine. All right. So I'm going to, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to cut it, or let me say copy. Or let me say, I'll just leave it this way for now. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to go back to that document that we are using to create this new one. I'm going to go to that document, then I'm going to copy this. Let me say, I'm going to copy this, then go back to the document we are working on now, then paste. Right, good. I think this is where the problem is. The comment, please. See the problem now. Something is really need to. You are not a Microsoft guru. might face a little problem handling this particular uh, section, but I'm very sure you are going to get it. You know what you are doing. Okay? Mhm. So, guys, hope you are seeing what I'm doing. I think I got it now. Okay, good. So we are just going to replace those skills that I copied here with the ones we have here. Okay, good. So I'm going to replace it with that. I'm going to copy and then paste. So we are currently having issues with this Microsoft Word, but I wouldn't want that to be a challenge for us. So I'll just leave it at this for now. I would leave it at this for now. We can continue. When we are almost done, I will get back to it. All right, so I'll leave it at this. So I'll copy this and paste it somewhere safe, and we can come to access it later. Are you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So
Are
I'm
with
going
you,
to,
sir?
okay, good. I'm going to create a new page, then paste this there for the meantime. So I'm going to go back to our document. Okay, good. All right. So after core competence, what you need to do is to talk about your work experience. I'm going to copy that section and paste it, then edit. Then I can edit it and write work. I can type in and write work work experience. Work experience. Experience. Okay. Can we see it now? Can we see this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we
Yes,
have the
sir, we
work
can.
experience session. So what I would do is I would go back to avoid time wastage. So I'll just go back to that document we were using, then copy the format there. Then I'm going to copy the format there, going to paste it, copy it, then go back to our fresh document, then paste it. So we would have a format waiting for us. Okay, why is this happening? Okay, good. Good. So I'm going to shift this to the left. I'm going to copy. Before you do anything on Word, only make sure you copy so you wouldn't worry yourself too much. Okay. Okay, good. So I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to adjust this. Then I'm going to shift this. Delete some. responsibilities. Then I'm going to adjust. This. Good. Okay, good. So, Stephen, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what is your current work experience? Work. What do you do currently? I can't hear you. Hi, Stephen, I can't hear you. What do you do currently? What is your job position? Are you there? Who is available? Who can respond to this? I need somebody to talk to me. I don't want to use my own details. Paula, are you there?
Yes.
Right. So what are you currently doing?
Sales executive.
Okay. Okay. So we'll type that. So where I'm going to type this now is that section that represents your job position. So I'm going to type sales executive. Sales executive. Okay. Now, what is the name of the company? Just give me a
Um,
name. Just give me a name.
okay. Global Limited.
Okay. Global Ventures Limited. Let's see that. Okay, Global Ventures. Limited. Okay. As a sales executive, right?
Yes.
So I hope the address is Lagos State. If the address is not Lagos State, you can change that. Yeah, you can change that here. So instead of using a capital letter or two, you can decide to change it to um, sentence case. Then you go back to edit the S, the E, and then type your here and make it perfect. Good. So you have this. Stephen, are you back?
Sorry, I had network glitch.
All right, good. Okay, so I was asking, where do you currently work?
Okay, it's Aderoju International School.
Aderoju National School as a what? As an educator, right?
Yeah, a subject teacher.
Okay, if I'm going to use educator, that's a packaged form of saying you're a teacher. So you can just say, what do you teach in the school?
Chemistry.
Okay, so you can say chemistry educator. Chemistry, chemistry educator. So I'm going to adjust this to 16. Also. Okay. So what do you say the name of the school is? What's the name of the school again? Stephen, are you there? Network issue again. I'm going to use global venture when Stephen comes back. So being a teacher or an educator, that means your job responsibilities has to be well aligned to what you do in the school. So what does it do? This is a critical place where your content skills come to place. You will notice that for my own job experience where I work, this is what I do there, and I was able to properly state what I do. You will notice that I use verbs that talks about now and possibly the future, not past tense. I didn't say trapped because it is still till date. It is somewhere I am now. It is a place I am now. So when you are trying to use action verbs for a place where you are still working, you will use a present tense and not a past tense. But if you have ended the job, for example, from July 2020 to October 2021, you can say demonstrated, tracked, measured, reported, assessed, analyzed. And you note that the verbs I'm using are action verbs. They are verbs that depict action. You understand? So For Stephen, for example, is an educator. So I've created a CV of an educator before. So I wouldn't waste my time typing or coming up with a, with a content to use it. I would rather go get that document and then see if I can do a copy and paste to save our time. All right, I'm trying to get the document now and then paste. So Stephen, are you back?
Yeah, the network is terrible. I'm sorry.
I perfectly understand. So tell me the name of the school where you currently work.
Come again, sir.
The name of the school where you currently work.
Name of the school I currently work.
Yeah.
I said Aderoju International School.
Aderoju Togo. So I'm going to edit that. So whenever you copy and paste the document and it shows this way, first of all, adjust the one that is missing out of there, then press enter, then copy all of it, and adjust it properly. Like shift the bullet and then adjust your words also. Good. Can you see that it properly aligns now and makes sense and looks more beautiful? So try to change the alignment also to a central one. So good. So I think I can still adjust this image to make the design make more sense. Good. Good. So always make sure that your work experiences has full stop each of your responsibilities. Now, I don't say this is exactly what you do, Stephen, but you can edit it later. But due to our time, I've copied and pasted a particular one I've done before. So we just edit it. So looking at it now. When did you start work where you have?
September
September when?
2021.
Okay, good. Till date, right? You said
Yes,
Aderoju what? Global Schools.
International School.
Okay, National School. International Aderoju International School. International School. Good. So now we've talked about the date. You people will notice that the date is there. Now, when you are talking about work experience, the very first thing you should do is talk about the date, the job position, the name of the employer, the date. That's all you need for that page, for that session. And then your responsibility. Responsibility should not just be a list of what you do. It should be action oriented. It should show results. You understand? It should show result of what you've done so far, what you've achieved, right? So now the example we have here says what you currently do where you are, you develop teaching material to supplement standard curriculum, enhancing learning concept and promoting student engagement. It is practically what you do. This is a general academic teacher. You monitor comprehension of material among students and create teaching strategies to cover gaps in learning indicated by test scores and quizzes. This is a practical thing all teachers do also. Three, this is what CV writers do. You are not, when if the person who needs the CV doesn't give you the particular job responsibility that should be there on that CV, you you have to create one yourself. And when you are creating that one, it has to be general. Do you understand? It has to be general. So the third thing is you design exams to test fluency in reading, writing, speaking. Now you're not an English teacher, so I can take this off. Then you work one-on-one with, how many students do you teach?
Presently, I teach about 50.
50?
Yes, 50.
Okay, so you work one-on-one with 50 plus students needing individualized attention and develop special learning plans. Develop special learning plans for struggling people. You also manage the library? No. So we can take that
I'm
off. You manage library,
laboratory, chemistry
okay.
laboratory.
You manage the chemistry laboratory, and we can type that chemistry laboratory. Chemistry laboratory. I'm not getting this thing. Chemistry laboratory. Laboratory. Okay. You manage the chemistry laboratory and keep record of 150 plus specimens, right?
The reagents,
Huh?
the chemicals, the
Okay.
reagents and chemicals.
I don't know that one, but I'll type specimen and you can specimen and chemicals. So you can go and adjust that later. All right. Good. So I'm going to use just one work experience because of our time. It's almost 12 already. So after talking about the work experience, the next thing you need to talk about is the education. Looking at my CV now, you see after work experience, then I came to talk about education. So I'm going to go back to your CV and click on yes there and paste that session. I believe you know how to create a section yourself now. So that one shouldn't be a problem. So this is what I'm going to do. Let me paste it here. Okay, then I'll adjust the margin. I'm also going to adjust the line and bring the experiences out. So I studied at Traditional University of Education and I graduated in 2018. I studied economics. That is just me. So Stephen, where did you graduate from?
University of Ilorin.
Wonderful. I live with a friend that studied at University of Illinois also. So what University of Illinois, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, good. What year did you finish?
Okay. I have an MSc as well from the same university.
From the
My
same
MSc was
university?
2017.
You had
Yes,
MSc
and
in
my
the same
BSc was 20.
university, right?
Yes,
Okay, MSc in what?
industrial chemistry.
Industrial chemistry. Okay, good. Industrial chemistry. Chemistry. Okay, what year was that?
Uh, we can leave that as 2018.
2018.
Yes.
Okay. Um, so what year did you finish your? So you can see that in education you will start with your latest qualification. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
You will start your latest, and that is why I've started with MSc. If to say that your latest qualification is BSc, now I would have started with BSc, right? But your latest qualification is MSc. So this you have to start with MSc. So I've copied that aspect again and I'm going to paste it again. Very simple. So University of Ilorin, still University of Ilorin. Then what did you study in your BSc?
Industrial chemistry as well.
Okay, good. So that is just it. I'm just going to adjust this aspect. There are two ways to do this thing, to do your education aspect. I will do another one now. You tell me the one that makes more sense. So I want to share another format with you. Then you tell me which make more sense. Coming. Okay, good. So I'm coming. Uh, okay. Good. We are here now. So I'm going to paste the third format. I'm sorry, the second format. So you tell me which one makes more sense. So which one would you prefer, Stephen or anyone? Which one would you prefer between this and the first one above? This format below or either of the two above, which one would you prefer? Is anybody there?
I'm here.
Okay, so which format would you prefer for the education section? This or this? The one below or the one above?
I think I prefer the one above.
Correct. So if that it is that one, then we can go with it. So now this is how to state your education section. You come up with the name of the school first, then the course you study, then the date, then the location of the school. So University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria, the course, then the what? The year. Good. So what year did you say you finished your PSC?
2014.
Correct. Good. So haven't done this education section, then we can do the rest, which are professional skills or and technical skills. So you come, I want to go back to where my CV, then go and copy and paste that section so we can be faster. So I'll teach you how to create some things while doing this. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to paste it. Okay. Are you there? Hello, are we there? No, is anybody there?
Yes, we are here.
Yeah, I hear.
I hope you are getting it. It's quite technical, but I'm really hoping that you are getting it. So it's not an easy job. You have problems with your words sometimes, and you need to manage the situation and then continue the work. That's the thing. So I'm trying to manage the situation here and see that we complete this. Okay? I'm trying to adjust necessary settings. Good. So we can bring this up now. Good. So this is what we call the professional and technical section. It's a place where you talk about your skills, all your professional skills and technical skills. Are you there? So the test employer knows more about you and what you can do. So basically, most people do possess Microsoft Word skills, and that is why you can see it as a technical skill, because it's something that you have to use your hand, to get done. So Stephen, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So aside Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, what other laboratory technical skills do you possess?
Okay, I'm an expert in handling SPSS,
Wow, okay, that's nice. XPSS, okay. Which one again? Reviews.
Cytoscape,
What did you call it?
Cytoscape,
Can you spell that?
CYTO,
CYTO.
CY,
Okay, CYTO. Okay.
SCAPE.
STAPE. Cytotape.
No, it's C, not T. Cytoscape, skip.
Okay, cytoscape. Okay, okay, come in. Cytoscape. This way, right?
As well as R programming.
As well as our programming. Okay. R programming. R programming. Together or
Yes, a space.
there's a space. Good. This way, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is that all?
Oh, okay. The other ones,
No need. Let us focus on this for now.
yeah,
Okay, so can you see how I
just
created? Okay, no worries. Can you see how I created this? This is just a diagram to show how well we are good with those skills. And you see that Microsoft Word is filled up. That means we are excellent. For Microsoft, so sorry, for Microsoft Word, we are excellent. For Microsoft Excel, we are at let's say 4.5%. For Microsoft PowerPoint, we are at 4.5%. So I'm going to show you another way to do this. This is a triangle, or sorry, a rectangle format. I'm going to show you how to do it. So you go to in this your shape, you pick your square, then draw a small size square, rectangle like this. You understand?
yes, sir.
Then when you are done, you copy it. Sorry, before you copy, which color would you like to use? You can decide, go to shape field, then change the color to, let's say, orange. Then you remove the outline and say no outline. Then copy the shape, copy it, and what? Paste. That is, you have formed two like that. You understand? So you can now do this second one now. You can now change the color to like black. Go to format, shape fill, change the color to what? To black or blue. So after changing the color, you move it closer to that previous one. Then click on, as you have done this now, you now press your option, that is the left mouse, then click on send to back. And you see now, it has entered each other. So
Yes.
now, good. So after doing this, you will now draw, you will click it and also click the one inside by pressing shift. Click the first one, then press shift to click the second one.
Control.
I'm coming. Click the first one. I'm coming. Can you see now? Both are now copied. Am I right? Good.
Yes, sir.
So what you will do is now, when after clicking that, then you now click on group. When you click group, they'll be joined together for better for worse. Then you can resize it. You can reshape it. Good. Can you see? That is how we got what we have up there. So you can down, after joining it together, you can press copy and paste to have another one. And it's now the one coming out now is also grouped. So to adjust the size of the pink or blue, you just need to drag one of it. Maybe you want to increase it, you can move it forward. You want to decrease it, then you move it what? Backward.
Back.
Can you see now? It is now in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Good. So this is how to create a section like this and also reshape things. So let us use, I want us to use this new one we created now compared to this old one. So let's delete this one, right? So we can delete it. Then take this one, copy it. I'm coming in. Want to know Microsoft Word is full now. So we just bring that one to make it full and drag. You can drag it. So we have the three shapes now. So we can highlight everything by pressing shift and clicking it. Do you understand? So then we group everything together. We group everything together. Then you can carry everything all at once. And you see now, I've been able to carry everything all at once. So I can copy the same thing, this same shape, copy it and paste it. You understand? Aha. When you copy and paste it, then you have it pasted for other ones. So you can adjust as you think fit. So you can decide to group everything together by clicking up shapes, then group again. Then everything you can carry all at once.
Yeah.
Can we see? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So this is our technical skill section. As it is, the CV is ready, but we are not ready because we have not done our summary. So this is technical skill session. Now look at the professional skill session. This is where you talk about what you can do. Now for the one we have there before, which is mine, I am excellent in analytical skills and I have the ability to create and process financial documents, amongst other things. So because you don't process that, I will remove it. You are numerically savvy, able to work with data, you can do that. I will leave other ones for you because you can actually fit into that, or you also have that skills also. So after this professional and technical skill session, the next section, according to what we have in our CV resume writing format, it says that after the professional summary, mention the work experience, the education, relevant skills. Then you can talk about languages and what? Proficiency. So if you want to talk about your language now, we can just copy the section, copy it, and then come down and paste. And you see, so you can change the title to what? Language.
Language.
But I wouldn't want us to write language yet. Do you have any voluntary experience? Like, have you done anything on your own field without getting paid?
Volunteer experiences, yes. I'm a member of Rotary Club as well as Red Cross.
Okay, volunteering experience. You can call it voluntary experience or volunteering experience. So you said you've done what? You've coming. Just going to copy this session and paste there. It can be easy for me to type. Paste. Just going to adjust this left. We are off schedule, so I need to complete this so we can complete this class. All right. So you said you are a member of what?
The Rotary Club International.
Okay.
Rotary International. I'm presently the secretary for my fellowship, for my club.
For Rotary Abi?
Yes, Rotary
Okay, so
International.
you can say volunteer as a general secretary. Okay, for Rotary Club, we are in which state?
Of Ilorin GRA.
Rotary Club International, right?
Yes.
International at Ilorin, Kwara State. Kwara State, Nigerian chapter. Good. Aha. So what else do you do as a voluntary experience?
I'm a member of Red Cross as well.
What do you do?
I'm just a member. I'm not holding any position with
Volunteer
my
as a member of what?
Red Cross.
Red Cross Nigeria. Red Cross Nigeria. Good. So this is the voluntary experience section. That one can come after your technical skills. Then you can now come to your interests, hobbies, languages. Those ones doesn't require any particular format or way of arrangement. Do you understand? So you can
Yes,
come here and type um, language. Do you speak more than one language?
English and Yoruba, that's all.
Okay, good. So I can just basically say Yoruba and English. Nothing particular. They say you sabi French now. Hey, your CV will have more value because international languages have more value compared to our local languages. So English, then and Yoruba. Good. So the next section can be your proficiency, your interest or hobbies. And we see that we are trying to maintain 2 pages, so we don't pass these 2 pages. So hobbies, hobby / interest, interest. Okay, so what are your interests? Let's say hobby. People misuse hobby. People can say singing, dancing. That is not needed in your CV. It is not professional to put singing, dancing, even cooking. Some people mention ironing. Some people will mention love. That does not make sense. So you can just leave it as interest. And what are you interested in? I'm interested in meeting new people.
In reading,
Mhm. Meeting new people, reading, reading, and what?
I love to travel as well.
You have to what?
Travel.
Research and travel. Correct. Good. So can we see how nicely arranged this aspect is? Then we are going to move back up to adjust our professional solo. So since you are an academic, you are in academic, sorry, we can use a summary that depicts that you have you have worked and you are experienced in the academic space. Because you could not state your the whole of your work experience, you would have to tell me the number of years you've spent in the academic sector. So how long have you been
Uh,
teaching?
about 6 years.
6 years. Wow. So
Yes,
I
sir.
can say that this is how I do it on normal ground. I can say you are um, a, a talented a talented um, educator with six plus years of experience in the academic sector. In the academic sector. And you see now, you have experience. That's why we are using professional summary. For somebody without experience, it will be professional objective. And you wouldn't have to mention number of years of experience because you are physically new. You are a fresh graduate, so nothing much is needed from you. So, a talented educator with 6+ years of experience in the academic sector, then you can continue with other things that tell us who you are, your qualities. So you can say you are an independent fellow with exemplary leadership record, committed to exceeding. So you are not into a target arena now. So you can say that you are an independent fellow with exemplary leadership record, committed to achieving or ensuring um, team success. Understand? Then you can say previous academic and work experience have enabled development of communication and listening skills, enhanced management skills and administrative capabilities, and fluency in English. Then you can say I've developed, that one is not interest. This is where you show your interest. That is if you are looking for a new job. You understand? Like if you are looking for a job in another space, but you have basically just teaching experience, you can say you have developed a great interest in human resource management, blah blah blah. But you don't need that. So we can basically we can't stop here. We still continue and say some things that talks about you more. You know, something such as able to work independently and demonstrate motivation. I'm going to paste it here now. Good. So we can say you are able to work independently and demonstrate motivation and problem solving abilities, you know, to meet demanding deadline and maintain high standard, highest of standard. So I want to adjust this space, it's too much. So what would I do? I'll go to paragraph, use after, and put it on 0. You see that my core competencies moved forward a little, right? So that is it. That is the logic. Are you still there? Do I see all of you here? And are
Yes,
we
sir. We are still
following?
with you.
Are we getting it?
Yes,
We are
we are
getting
here.
it.
Good. So I'm going to adjust the this core competence was one giving us challenge, right? So I'm going to adjust everything here. I'm going to try and adjust everything here to see if we could get something better. coming in. This is the only section we have left to conclude this CV writing class, like these 4 competencies. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. I'm going to uh, going to adjust the bullet. Okay. Adjusting to make more sense. Correct. 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 Good. So to use this aspect. Is it beautiful over there? Are you guys liking it? Correct. So I'm just basically going to um, paste the ones we got down the other time to another document. So I'm just going to go there and cut them paste. And you need to go back to your document now and paste. Like that. So I wouldn't want us to waste more time in, because I still have some things to show you. Good. I would just leave it at this. So you get ready to it, Stephen. I don't want us to waste too much of time. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So basically, we have a CV very much ready. So, Stephen, we've only mentioned just one experience, but to make your CV maintain, can you see now your CV is about to be filled up? To make your CV maintain that 2 page, you need to have another experience, but it shouldn't be more than 1 or 2. You understand? So that your CV can maintain 2 pages. Because if you have too many work experience, it will take up the space, and then before you know it, you'll be on like 3 pages. And that wouldn't make sense, you know. So you can just take an extra one more experience, then boom, you're ready to go. You're coming, right? So
Yes, I understand. But actually, about asking that question as well, that in case of multiple experiences, what do? But now I understand. You've answered the question already.
okay, good. So that is the point. So you can still add one more experience here, and then you have just 2 pages. But if the work experience is needed, like it's really important, more than all these details, you can remove the volunteer experience, remove the language, and remove the interest. The most important thing in your CV is the contact, your professional summary, the work experience, the education, professional skills, technical skills. Those are the most important things. And one last thing before I forget, do you have any professional certification or professional development course that you've taken?
Yes.
Okay, so we can add that section also after your skills. You can say professional, um, professional skills. Good. Can you see? So sorry, I said professional skills. Professional certification. Certification. All right. And what? And okay. Professional certification. If to say you have professional certification or training, yeah, training. You understand? So what tell me about your professional certification? Which certification do you have?
For certification,
Yeah.
I'm certified by the Nigerian Institute of Management.
NIM.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can say professional certification or membership. Membership, yeah. Belong to that society. I also belong to them. You can say Nigerian Institute of Management. And what year did you get your certification?
2015, sir.
2015. Then you write the date. Good. And that is it. That is how it is done. Can you see that my document is already falling on 3 page? I'll have to adjust. Travel. Aha, good. So can you all do this? Can we do something like a capstone project? You guys will go ahead to make your own CVs and send to me. Whoever sends to me, like if you send that capstone project to me after this class, I'm going to give you a certificate for attending this training, and it should be for free. I want to see if you really learned, and I want to be sure you learned, so that you yourself can create your CV yourself without spending much. Because if you don't know how to create CV, if you need to create CV 100 times, you will still pay for it. But if you can create the CV yourself, you don't have to pay anybody. You can write it yourself. And that is why you have attended this training. And I want to believe with what we've done, you should be able to create a CV yourself. So can we do a capstone project? Who is supporting that?
I'm in support, sir.
Okay, that is
I can't hear you. No, it's fine, sir.
that is Stephen, right?
Yes, sir.
Who else is in support of the capstone project?
I'm also in support of that, sir.
Okay, that's who is that?
That's Raja Abdul.
Okay, so 2 of you. And caller, I only have 3 of you in this meeting. Others have left. I believe we spent much time already, but I'm glad that we were able to achieve this little achievement. So I'm not going to send this to you, Stephen, until you make your own, send it to me. Then I'll also get back to you with your certificate. So let me go back to my slide and try to end this meeting as soon as possible. So cover letter, this is a cover letter writing guide. The cover letter is a 1-page. Okay, I've not shown you, I'm coming. I'm going to share that with you now. Okay. So now cover letter. Can you see the screen? Yeah. So cover letter is a 1-page document. We already talked about that. And mostly it is around 250 to 400 words long. So the main, this is a cover letter. Look at it. This is a sample. Hello, can you hear me, guys? Hello. Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Good. I had a call and my meeting was disrupted. So these are the main sections of the cover letter: the header, the greeting, opening paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, and closing. So look at it. The cover letter is a sample cover letter here. Can you see it?
So we can't see your screen. I can't see your screen here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Let me share the screen again. Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is a sample cover letter. So this is a typical cover letter. So after preparing your CV, you need a cover letter to apply for jobs, right? So while doing that, open your document. I'm not going to teach you how to create a cover letter. It will be a long time. Spend too much time already. So what you need first is your contact details. You don't have to follow this particular format. I'm going to show you the format we use at A Resume. I'm going to show you. So give me some minutes. Let me open it and show you. Okay. All right. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
This is the
Like,
cover letter we use at A Resume. So this is a format. It's very easy compared to the one I showed you in the slide before now. This one. You can easily create that on our own compared to this one I'm showing you now. But they all have guides, the same guide. The first thing is your contact. The second thing is you should greet the hiring manager. If you know the name of the person, mention the name. If you don't know the name of the person, you can say dear human resource manager or dear hiring manager. Are you following him?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after your contact details, give the address of the company. That's the second thing. After your own contact details, give the address of the company. For example, PwC Nigeria, address is Victoria Island, Lagos State, Nigeria. You understand? That is all. Then greeting. You can say dear hiring manager or dear human resource manager. Then your opening paragraph. Your opening paragraph talks about how you got to hear about the job. How did you hear about the job? Let me show you our home, and then you can easily understand what I'm saying. Now this is it. After the person contact is on the left, right? Now we gave the date. Then we mentioned the name of the person the letter has been addressed to, the name of the company, then the address of the company. Then we said, dear human resource manager. So the first paragraph is we talk about, please mute yourself. The noise is more. Is that thank you. So so after the dear human resource manager, that is the greetings, then the first paragraph is to talk about how you got to know about the job and your interest in the job. Let me read out what we have here. What we have here is that I'm excited to apply for the pharmacist position at, what's the name of the company? Mention name of the company. As if to say you got the job through job advert, you can say, I'm excited to apply for the pharmacist position at your company, which I found out on this job board. As a pharmacy who consistently demonstrates strong attention to detail by providing excellent consumer service, I'm motivated by helping people be as healthy as possible. You know, you talk about yourself. So after that section, what you will talk about, you spend more time to talk about you. Sorry, can you see my screen? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is shown in my screen now? Is it the cover letter or the
Cover letter writing guide.
okay? I think something is wrong. I'm sharing my coming. Okay. Can you see the PowerPoint now? Like you can see it, right?
Yes, sir. I can see the PowerPoint now.
Okay, so you can see cover letter writing guide.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
after
sir.
talking about the opening paragraph, this is where you grab the attention of the employer. You talk about how you got the job and talk about your skills, your interests, and possibly your top achievements. The second paragraph, that is where you explain why you are a perfect candidate for the job. And how do you do that? You do that by talking about your skills, your qualifications. You understand? Let me show you our home. Let me show you how we wrote our home. You know, now looking at it, we said during my previous role at social company, I offer support. We were talking about your experience. You understand? If you are a new graduate or a fresh graduate, you can talk about your education. I graduated from so with an MSc in so at University of Ilorin. During my previous, you can start with that. Then you can continue by saying, I'm competent. You talk about your skills. I'm competent in using XPSS, Microsoft Excel, and so. So that will be your body. So after talking about that, then the next thing we talk about is why you are a good match for the company. That will be your third and very much last paragraph. So let me show you how we did our home. So I believe, why am I a match for the company? I believe that I will succeed in a company's exciting and motivated environment, and that my strong work ethics, ability, and passion will make me a valuable asset at your work, at your company. Can you see that? That is how it is done. Then you will come back and talk about, you finish your cover letter with a closing, a good closing. So how do you do that? Let me show you how we've done our own. So you can say, thank you for your consideration and taking time to review my application. I welcome the opportunity to learn more about the pharmacist position. Effective pharmacists must remain calm under pressure while maintaining perfect accuracy. My ability to do this and communicate positively with patients will add value to your team and community you serve. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Yours sincerely, or just sincerely. Then you mention your first name and your last name. That is all about cover letter. Very simple and straightforward. Do you understand? So this is a picture to guide you. Very simple. Contact details, the contact details of the manager, the salutation, opening paragraph, the body, closing paragraph, then the formal salutation. So the very much last section we'll talk about is how to make a potential employer fall in love with your application. The very first thing is apply for the job you qualify. You graduated with uh, you graduated with BS in economics. You have not done anything related to engineering. You now said it is engineering job you want to apply for. Let's select you. You don't have work experience. You don't have skills. You don't have anything related to engineering. If you answer me, let's select such person. Are we there?
Yes, sir. We are
Yes, sir.
with you.
Will they apply? Will they select such person?
No.
No, because you are totally
Not at all.
off track. You don't have what it takes for that job. So you should apply for jobs you qualify. This is a way you can make your employer love you and fall in love with your application. Apply for jobs that you qualify. Apply for jobs that you qualify. I can't say that enough. Apply for jobs that you qualify. You have built teaching experiences. Apply for bigger teaching experience jobs. Sorry, apply for bigger teaching jobs. Teaching jobs that will pay you more. You understand? And if you want to leave your sector to another sector, before you transform or you go to another sector, build the necessary skills for that sector first. Then take up voluntary experiences, take up voluntary jobs before you now go and take up a new work. You have a track record. If you don't have a track record, nobody will look at you. Employers are particular about work experience. If you don't have the work experience for that job, they won't select you. You understand? You want to apply for a sales job, you have not sold before. How is that done? They will not select you. So you must have that experience. And if you want to leave, for example, if Stephen wants to leave teaching jobs now and move into technology, let's say blockchain technology, what he has to do is he has to go and learn blockchain technology on YouTube, develop the necessary skills, then volunteer for a blockchain company or any small scale company, volunteer for them to help them build their blockchain technology. So when you build that for them and you have track record for like 2, 3 companies, then apply for a real company where you can get a job. Even those people you volunteer for, if you did a good job, they will select you, they will make you work for them and pay you a bigger pay. So aside that, the second thing you should put in place to apply to make a potential applicant for the knowledge application is to write a targeted cover letter. Make your letter targeted. Let it target the company, the job position. You understand? And the third thing is target your resume to the job. If you apply for a sales job, show more of sales experience. If you apply for a engineering job, show more of engineering experience. If you are applying for a teaching job, show more of teaching experience. There is nothing like general cover letter or general resume. Those things will make you fail. Use tailored CV and cover letter to apply for jobs. They will love you instantly. Imagine you want to apply for a sales job and on your work experience, they are already saying sales executive, business development executive, sales executive, marketing executive, senior salesperson. They will love you instantly. They will rarely even check your document before they put you in because they know you have the experience. Apply for jobs you qualify for, write targeted cover letter, write targeted resumes. And the fourth thing is don't be lazy in application. Put full force. You know what you want. Put full force to get that job. Put full force to get that job. Then the last thing, after submitting your CV and cover letter, they select you for interview. Prepare very well for it. How do you prepare very well for it? Number one, read about the company online. Go online, read about their mission, their vision, their product. Have a general knowledge of the company. Know their board management, know their core values, know everything. So when you get to the interview, even if they don't ask you questions about their company, you can ask them questions. That will make them like you. They will know that you've made your research, and you know what you want. You understand? So there are guides to interview, answering interview questions. We do post regular updates regarding this on our page on Instagram. When you go to Instagram, search for AA Resume. You will see that we post about interview questions and answers a lot. Go there, you will learn a lot about interview questions and answers. So this is where I will end my presentation tonight. This afternoon. We spent so much time from 10 o'clock to 12:40. That is like 2 hours, 30 minutes. 2 hours, 40 minutes. We really tried, and I appreciate those of you who stayed this long. I appreciate you all. So this video is recorded, and then it will be shared with you all on the group to access. So thank you very much, guys. Do you have anything to say to me? Do you have any questions before we end this meeting?
Thank you very much for your time, sir. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So the Capstone project, I'll give you a week. I'll be expecting your feedback via my DM. I want you to send me the PDF of the CV you created yourself, following this same format I taught you. If you need any guide, message me. I'll guide you all through. After you present that to me, I'm going to give you a certificate, a full certificate of attendance for attending each training. So that will be all for today. Thank you very much, guys, for staying till the end. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for being here. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.